Rated T for teen.
Looking for a fight? How about a beating?
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Real 360-degree environments. Fight in the air, land, or sea. But be prepared to battle, because we stuffed over 50 characters into the game. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. 360 degrees of hurt. Available for PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about some Dragon Ball Z, and more specifically, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. So, this is probably one of my favorite entries in the Dragon Ball Z video game series, cause it was easy to play, man. I just remember, picking it up in October of 2005, which is when it was released on PS2, man. And I love the first Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and then this series, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, has some good entries. The first two were good. I didn't particularly care for the third one, but the first one, which I'm going to be talking about today, is my favorite one. Like I said, so what made it so fun for me was is really the the button input to do special attacks is very simple. Sometimes if the button input for me is too complicated, I have a hard time doing the move, and I just skip. If it's skippable, I just skip it altogether. But man, this game was just so easy to pick up and play, and I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, so this pretty much had every Dragon Ball Z character that you could imagine at the time. Obviously the ones from Dragon Ball Super, and later Dragon Ball Super I'm missing because Dragon Ball Super hadn't came out yet. You had Broly, you had Trunks, you had Super Saiyan Goku 1 through 4, man. Frieza, Krillin, Trunks, Tien. Just the roster goes on and on and on. Like anybody that was in the Dragon Ball Z universe at the time was pretty much in this game. And like I said, man, it's so easy to play. Just really, really fun. And the open world, which is another great thing about it. The first Dragon Ball Z Budokai, it was pretty much straightforward. You couldn't really roam around and explore the level. But sure, you could fly up in the air and fight in the air, but this was really open world. Matter of fact, it encouraged you to get up in the air. Very rarely, I know for me and probably a lot of other players that played this series, that a fight would very rarely start and end on the ground. Like it would start on the ground, and then 5 seconds later we'd just be throwing kamehamehas and special beam cannons and whatever the case is, in the air, and destroying a whole bunch of rocks and planets and stuff. So yeah, it was just pure mayhem. And the story mode is good, and then you had the tournament of power in there that you could play. That was its own mode. The story mode would kind of follow instead of it just following the first Dragon Ball Z story arc, which was Dragon Ball Z story arc, which was the Saiyan saga up to Frieza, and then Cell up to Cell, and then Frieza. It would go beyond that. You would do some stuff with Dragon Ball GT, and it was just a really, really fun time. And you would earn money for I forgot I think the currency that they used in Dragon Ball Z was called Zine or something like that. So you would earn Zine for every battle that you won, and you know the style that you wanted in, and you know some things in story mode would like be true to the show, where you would have to finish an opponent with a special move. Like for example, if you're doing, I remember if you were doing Goku. I remember if you're doing the Raditz the Raditz storyline, Raditz and Nappa, you would have to finish Raditz with a special beam cannon from Piccolo to win the match. Like you would have to do certain objectives. Certain objectives were required to win certain matches in the show, in the game, which I thought was pretty cool. And oh man, just an all around game. And then later on, like I said, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3, and then you know Dragon Ball Z Fighters and Xenoverse. It's just the whole Dragon Ball Z gaming universe is just really expansive, but I do have very very fond memories of playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, and I still have my copy to this day. It is in my basement along with my PlayStation 2 and a bunch of other games. But man, just a really really fun time, and like I said, huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I don't watch a lot of anime, but that Dragon Ball Z is definitely one of my go tos when I'm trying to get my anime fix. But anyway, that is gonna let me know if you guys play Dragon Ball Z Budokai or any of the series, or if you want to see the other Dragon Ball Z video games covered later on in the series, and I'll try to do my best to cover them. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And of course, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.